This video was reportedly recently filmed by a Russian soldier on a road by Selidov, Donetsk region. The whole road is littered with destroyed Russian vehicles. What this video shows is how Ukrainians fight and defeat the enemy. Russian forces in Donetsk continue to suffer heavy losses, particularly along main roads where Ukrainian drones and artillery dominate the battlefield. Ukrainian forces have turned key supply and transport routes into kill zones, using precision strikes to devastate advancing Russian columns. FPV drones have been especially effective, targeting armored vehicles and supply trucks with pinpoint accuracy, often destroying them before they reach the front. Artillery units, guided by drone reconnaissance, rain down relentless fire on convoys and troop concentrations, leaving Russian forces with no safe passage. The heavy losses have significantly disrupted Russian logistics, making it harder to reinforce positions or bring in fresh supplies. Burned-out tanks, wrecked personnel carriers, and abandoned equipment now litter the roads, a testament to Ukraine's effective strategy. Despite Russian attempts to push forward, their advances are repeatedly stalled by Ukraine's superior coordination between drones, artillery, and infantry units. As long as Ukraine maintains fire control over these critical routes, Russian forces will struggle to gain momentum in Donetsk, suffering unsustainable casualties in the process. Russian attempts to bypass these deadly zones have also failed, as Ukraine's reconnaissance drones track movements and direct strikes with deadly precision. Something is banging again in Krasnodar. The Russians are upset.
Блядь, я глохну, нахуй. А, блядь. Какой, блядь, пиздец. Что это за хуйня, блядь? Блядь, это, сука, где-то тут бахает.
This is how regiments of injured soldiers are formed in Russia. If they refuse, they are forcibly dragged into a vehicle and sent to the front.
Это полный же пиздец. Поэтому вот смотрите, как ребята уезжают на войну, блядь, которые не должны ехать. Просто ВПшники заталкивают КамАЗ. О, сейчас очередного. Вот, с костылями человек. Его ломают. Это просто невыносимо, не передать. Это пипец.
German company Helsing has announced that it will produce 6,000 HX-2 strike UAVs for Ukraine. Specifications: weight, 12 kilograms, maximum speed, 220 kilometers per hour, maximum range, up to 100 kilometers, warhead, within a few kilograms, equipped with AI, high resistance to electronic warfare. Several such drones can be combined into a swarm. The drone was presented at the end of 2024. Currently, Helsing, in partnership with Ukrainian industry, is already supplying 4,000 HF-1 strike drones to the armed forces of Ukraine, as previously promised. Dozens of coffins have been found in a landfill in the Novosibirsk region of Russia. According to local residents, this is not the first time they have come across such finds. This time, there were 10 coffins in a landfill, and one of them fell apart. There was nothing in the coffin itself, and he didn't look in the others, because the author of the video said he felt very uncomfortable. And most importantly, the coffin and the box were marked with the name of the deceased, said an eyewitness. I don't really know how to comment on this.
Again, they only brought this name and surname type crossed out here. It is all this crap. All the same. I am here. They crossed out only the first and last names on the boxes, and everything else remained the same. Where to? What are you doing? Not here. Where to?
There can be no decision about Ukraine without Ukraine. Representatives of European countries share their opinions about Trump's talks with Putin.
We have always underlined that it's about the territory and the sovereign integrity of Ukraine. And there can be no decision about Ukraine and without Ukraine.
Poland will unwaveringly seek intensified military support for Ukraine and continued pressure through sanctions on the Russian Federation. Ukraine's security and stability are crucial for our continent, and I hope my partners share that view.
You consider President Trump's phone call with Putin the beginning of peace negotiations?
It clearly gives that impression that it was a successful phone call. We all want peace in Ukraine. It is crucial that when a peace deal is struck, that peace deal is enduring. That Putin knows that this is the end, that he can never again try to capture a piece of Ukraine. So that has to be part of those negotiations.
We've seen the calls from President Trump overnight, and we all want to see a durable peace and no return to conflict and aggression. And let's not forget, Russia remains a threat well beyond Ukraine. So my message in these discussions will be that there can be no negotiation about Ukraine without Ukraine, and Ukraine's voice must be at the heart of any talks. And as I say, the Ukrainians are fighting bravely. It's our job as defense ministers here at NATO to put them in the best position to secure a lasting peace through strength.
It is clear that any deal behind our backs will not work. Any agreement will need also Ukraine and Europe being part of it, and this is clear that appeasement also always fails. So Ukraine will continue to resist, and Europe will continue to back Ukraine. You need Europe and Ukraine to also implement the agreement. So without us at the table, you can agree on whatever, but it will just simply fail because of the implementation is not there. Any quick fix is a dirty deal that we have seen before when it comes to Minsk, for example, and it will just simply not work. If Ukraine decides to resist, Europe will back the principles, Europe will back Ukraine. Yes, with 20% less if US decides to withdraw, but still, Ukraine will defend the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the principles that also Europe stands for, and we are there together.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.